Joining us now is criminal defense attorney and former Manhattan prosecutor Jeremy Saland. Jeremy, thank you so much for being here. Do families typically have any legal say, any legal standing in a plea agreement like this?
There's really no legal standing. This is a decision of the prosecution. Right or wrong, good or bad, this is their choice. And it is shocking in terms of what we're seeing and hearing, and it is disappointing in terms of the strength of that case. And to argue and say you're saving the family from appeals and uncertainty, I understand that, but not if the family, as we're hearing from at least one of them, is saying, this is wrong. I want justice, and justice is not about ease and dollar signs, it's about doing what's right.
I want to ask you whether you think this plea agreement is about how the prosecution felt about the case, which seemed to have quite a bit of evidence, or is this just the prosecutor saying, look, it's going to cost the county a lot of money, it's going to cost the family a lot of heartache having to go through the pictures and see the crime scene, and then, as you mentioned, the appeals as well?
Yeah, I think if you're looking to check off certain boxes, and the boxes that are being checked off here, it could be an economic factor. We're not talking like Mangione, we have the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, which is a huge organization. This is a much smaller prosecutor's office. But that's not why you do it, right? Again, we do it because it's the right thing and it's because of justice. It's a strong case. Anything or a lot of the angles that the defense was taking, the alternate person who may have done this unknown perpetrator, that was stripped from Kohberger. He did not have the ability to make that argument. So this seemed to be not a soapbox, cut and dry, but it seemed to be a darn strong case. It's not why they decided not to move forward. It had to be economics or some other reason we don't know.
Well, the family clearly is terribly upset about this. At least one family, if not two, of the four. We will see what happens going forward for today. I do want to move on to the Sean Combs case. The jury is going to be starting in just a bit here, their second day of deliberations, and there were two questions that were being asked. The last question of the day was whether or not, if someone asked for a controlled substance, requested it, and then someone else gave that controlled substance over, whether that was distribution. What's the answer?
The answer can be distribution, absolutely. You don't even need a sale. I don't need to have a monetary exchange to make it distribution. So it is distribution, cut and dry.
Okay, and then the second one was far more interesting. Jurors saying that one of the jurors, juror number 25, could not follow the judge's instructions. What does that tell you?
If I'm Mark Agnifilo and the defense team, I loved hearing that question. Because all you need is one person. Does that mean that that person will not or is incapable of doing so and doesn't understand it? Those are two very different things. But if he cannot do it because he doesn't want to do it and disrupts that jury, all you need is one, we get that mistrial. That's a big win potentially, though we can't read and know what they're actually thinking because they moved on. If it's cannot because they don't understand, the judge re-instructs and gives them an opportunity to ask further questions.
The judge certainly re-instructed in this case and sent it back to the jury saying, hey guys, follow my instructions.
Absolutely.
And that was that. What are the attorneys typically doing right now as they're waiting for this? Are they just sitting there trying to?
They are full of anxiety.
Yeah.
They're trying to read the tea leaves.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, I've done it before. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. You question why I did something or I didn't do it right, but at the end of the day, it's up to the jury.
Got to wait for that decision. Jeremy Saland, it is always a pleasure. Thank you so much.